Hello YouTube universe, this is Hydro Ninja 9 and today we're going to be talking about Nintendo. You know, Nintendo is one of the worst companies of all time. They are horrible. I hate them. Because, for example, why would you want to make a tablet in a controller? It doesn't work. Nobody's ever done that before. Because it doesn't work. Do you see anybody using Mogas or whatever? You see anybody using that? No. No one uses it. No one will ever play on this stupid 6-inch tablet thing. Nobody likes it. The Wii U should have just not included that and only been $5 because that's how much the hardware is worth. My Nexus 7 is more powerful than Wii U. In fact, my Nexus 7 from 2012 is actually 10 times more powerful than the Wii U's entire thing. It's significantly more powerful. And yet, why would Nintendo even release it if they know that the Wii U is significantly underpowered? Nintendo should just go and make mobile games because that's all what they're gonna be doing. They don't innovate, they don't do anything right. The only time they've ever done something right is the 3DS, and we all know they've botched that one up. They're gonna botch it up. It's gonna be exactly like Game Boy Advance. It's gonna be delayed. I mean, it's going to be like cancelled 4 years into the life cycle instead of being 6 years like the DS will, because Nintendo knows that they screwed up. You know, sometimes I just want to take a steak. I want to take a steak. I want to take some garlic, some onions, and a knife, and just go up to Awada, go up to Reggie, put the steak in both of their hearts, put the garlic to defend myself against them, because we all know that they are vampires trying to suck all the money out of Nintendo. If you really want to see Nintendo at its finest, Sega should just buy Nintendo, because Sega is worth way more than Nintendo ever will be. And Sega should make the Dreamcast entertainment system. For those of you who don't know, I'm obviously trolling, you know, I'm having a little fun, but I never really got this animosity towards Nintendo. Because for some reason, we tend to, in the gaming industry, we tend to mark all the negative stuff about Nintendo, but not all the positive stuff. For example, nobody reported that Nintendo's stock went up. Besides Techno Buffalo, and I don't think that counts as a gaming website because they have tech in the name. They're not really focused on gaming, well, at least not that much. They do have some series on gaming, but other than Techno Buffalo, I haven't seen a major news source report that that Nintendo stock has gone up. I have seen almost every single major news source report that Nintendo is going to go die and Nintendo's stock is horrible. So, what gives? Why is there so much animosity that journalists are giving up their journalistic integrity? Why are they being so unbiased towards Nintendo? I mean, so biased towards, like, you know, why do they have so much bias? Said unbiased by mistake, but whatever. I don't know why, but it just struck me as weird. But anyway, now for the real topic, the Wii U. That's right. I wanna share with you something. I wanna share with you the specs of the Wii U, because it's not gonna be a surprise. We all know them: triple core, IBM, espresso processor, Radeon HD 600/500 with an whatever codename processor. They suck. I hate them. They're like PS2 graphics, yada yada yada. Okay. First of all, we need to get off the notion that these are PS2 graphics, because they're clearly not PS2 type graphics. Please. Really? And they're not less powerful than the current generation consoles. Come on now, guys. Let's be realistic. Besides that, now the Wii U. It uses PowerPC architecture. It does not use x86 processing. The x86 architecture. So, like the PC does, right? It doesn't use that. PS4 and Xbox One, however, they use x86. So, it's really easy for a developer to just go and say Control-C, Control-V, hey look, we got a new medium setting game, let's put it onto the consoles. Next generation game is just PC's medium settings, or PC's high settings, for certain games. And my fear is that developers are just going to, instead of actually optimizing and utilizing the system, we're going to see developers just easy ports, right? We're gonna see that. We're gonna see like stuff being easily made, DLC being easily made. Everything is going to, I wouldn't say turn to chaos, but everything is going to be worse. Because if you look at PCs, nobody optimizes. Because they don't need to. Because it's x86, they don't need to optimize because they know that PC gamers are just gonna get more and more better graphics cards, whatever. And theoretically, developers could just say, low-end PC game equals console game. I mean, that's what they've been doing. They have been doing that the past generation too. This generation is just gonna make it even easier. So, I don't see how x86 is a boon for the consumer. Because not only are you getting less efficient processing power for a console, you're getting less optimization from the developers. Whereas Wii U actually uses PowerPC. That means this is also very, like I said, it's not set in stone. People can still optimize. There's nothing preventing people from optimizing for PS4 and Xbox One. But do they have to do it? No. And when developers don't have to do something, they don't do it. It is human nature to always go for the simplest path. It is always human nature to do that. We often praise complexity, but we always go for simplicity. And the simplest path is to just press Control-C and Control-V and be done with it. Not to actually take your time and optimize. But anyway, with the Wii U uses PowerPC, so no matter what, developers will be forced to optimize. And I can guarantee you that the optimization level on the Wii U with third-party developers and second-party developers will be far superior to the optimization of the PS4 and the Xbox One, at least for the first 3 or 4 years. We're going to see that to be the case. And I think this really bothers me because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people consider this to be some kind of boon for the consumers. I don't. I consider this to be laziness to make the developers even more lazy than they already are. So the Wii U actually may be more powerful than we know it because of the fact that it uses custom processing power. I mean, it uses custom components and custom GPU, CPU. It requires more optimization and it's more efficient. I'm not saying this as a Nintendo fan. I'm saying this, well, not as fact really, but I'm just putting it out there because the gaming media isn't putting this out there. Besides the Nintendo sites, I haven't seen many people even talk about this. Apparently PowerPC is real disgusting now because Nintendo's the only one that uses it. I think that we should be scared though about third parties gaining more ground, because if you see the next generation consoles, they're both very similar, and that's kind of scary. At least to me it is. What happens next? Do we just go up to the next level? What happens to 2 generations after that? Huh? Tell me. Will we get to I don't know, will we get to 3 GB GPUs? 4 GB GPUs? What happens after that? Will we get to 5 GB GPUs? 6 GB GPUs in consoles? What happens after that? See, that's the thing you should be thinking. Not what's happening now, but how will the future entail? How will the future? What will happen in the future? That's what you should be thinking. Because, like, with the Wii U, I don't know whether Nintendo is going to make another Power PC or whether they're going to do x86. I don't know for sure. But I hope that they do Power PC and not x86. That way it forces developers to optimize. And in the future, I really hope that developers learn, like, maybe Microsoft and Sony do something to make it so that it makes it harder for developers to just press Control-C or Control-V. Obviously, there is, Sony actually checks, like, what developers are doing and what developers are making, of course, but you have to consider how easy it is. Like I said, definitely be wary of what is coming. Because if we aren't wary and if we aren't consistently pressuring the companies to do what we as the consumers want, and we just get, stepped over on, then you're gonna see something like the Xbox One situation happen. Remember that? Of course not. But of course you remember that Nintendo stocks are down.